Right, let's do this. I'm actually excited to do this Q&A because I'm interested to know what I'm going to answer to them because I don't even know what I'm going to answer to half of these yet. So it'll be interesting. Right. So there's 13 questions here. They are good questions. Right, let's get straight into it. What are your morning and night routines? To be honest, I haven't really got a routine. I just wake up. I go to sleep when I'm tired. Usually around 11, like somewhere around 11 to 1 o'clock. Like that's around the time I get tired. It's usually the time. And I wake up whenever, like whatever time I've got to be up for work. If I haven't got work, then like this last week I haven't been to work because the two guys I work with, they're in Benidorm. I was supposed to go to Benidorm, but I didn't go. That is one of these questions. Why I didn't go? That's the fifth question. So I'll talk about that when it gets to it. But yeah, so they went to Benidorm for a few days, and so yeah, I've not been at work all week. So my routine whilst I've not been at work has been well, as you know from if you've seen my reel yesterday, I didn't even sleep. Well, I did. I stayed up until 8 o'clock. I went on a jog about 7 o'clock, 10 to 7. I went on a jog. I couldn't sleep. I got into bed about 12. Laid down for half an hour, like put my phone off and like tried to get to sleep for about 40 minutes. And I couldn't get to sleep. So yeah, I came out here. Dylan was staying here for the weekend. He was wide awake when I came out here. So I had a few coffees, a few cigarettes with him. Decided I was gonna. Well, I had a cigarette with him. Decided I was gonna do an all-nighter. So then, yeah, I had about 3 or 4 coffees. Stayed awake until 7 o'clock. Went on a jog. Was back here for about 7:15. Like made the reel, like with the videos I got, posted it, and then about 7:45, I finished and I was gonna get up. I lay down for a minute before I was gonna make another coffee and come and have a workout. But I lay down for a minute and that was it. I fell asleep and I didn't wake up until like 3 o'clock yesterday midday, well yesterday afternoon. And then yeah, I've been up since then. Well, no, not since then. That was it. Yeah. So fucking hell. I feel like I'm tired now. I can't get my words out. So yeah, I woke up at 3 o'clock, and then I was up. That was me. I was up then. I was up all night. Until I was So I was up all night. I watched the UFC. The UFC was on last night. So yesterday was a late one as well. I went to sleep this morning about not long after the UFC finished. I can't remember what time it was. It must have been about 4 o'clock. Yeah, it was about 4 o'clock, and then I woke up today about 2:30. I woke up about 2, out of bed for 2:30. And yeah, it's just been a slow day. Like I've done some bits I had to do like clothes washing, etc. Um, but yeah, like I've been drinking beers the last couple of nights. Like I said, I go to sleep when I'm tired. Well, obviously the last 2 nights I've been up, staying up late. What's the day today? Sunday today. I think it's Sunday today. I'm back at work tomorrow. So yeah, I'm back at work tomorrow. So today I'll be in bed for about 11 and then asleep by 12, 1 o'clock. And then up for 5, 6. Depends what time I gotta be up. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I don't really have a routine. So yeah, I get up whatever. I go to sleep when I'm tired. I wake up whenever I need to wake up. I thought about recording for a second. I had to check. I thought I was talking to myself. Well, I am talking to myself. Yeah, wake up whatever time I've got to wake up. Go to work. Come back whatever time we finish. I've started jogging again, so I'll be going for a jog straight after work, and then eating some food. Well, nah, I'll be going for a jog, training. I'll come home from work, eat some food, unless I at work. Go for a jog, train abs, probably have a coffee, like let my legs and abs rest for like 20 minutes or so. Like, do you know what I mean? Like sit down, have a coffee, and then go train whatever muscle group I'm doing. Chest day tomorrow, and then I'll vlog that workout, and then I usually get showered, like get ready, like to chill out or whatever. Yeah, I'm just getting showered after work and my workout and the jogging and shit. So yeah, getting showered, get dressed, and then chilling out, having dinner. And then I've not really got anything else to do other than make reels and fucking record a video, edit my gym video, record another video if I'm doing one like a Q&A, for example, or whether I'm talking about some shit or whatever, making some reels, I'm editing all that, posting all that, and that is about it. And then I'll chill out, put something on the TV and just chill out for the night, and that is it. That is my life. That's all I do. Yeah, I feel like I've ran it on for ages there, but yeah, that's my routine. I haven't really got a routine. I just do what needs to be done. My most controversial question. This is the one that I didn't know what to reply to. Cause when I read it, I forgot what controversial means. So I'm gonna Google what controversial means quickly, and then I'll give you an answer. Public disagreement. Giving rise or likely to give rise to controversy or public disagreement. So a question I've got that. A sensitive question. Debatable question. Alright. So a question that other public disagreement. So a question that the opposite political party would agree with, that would question or debate me with. The most controversial question. Why are... Oh, fuck off. My question would be, why are we letting all these fucking immigrants in? But I kind of know the answer to that already. Like, when will we stop letting all these illegal immigrants in? When are we going to stop housing them and start housing our own? Like, when are we going to start housing our homeless people rather than some fucking Israeli, Pakistani guy? Do you know what I mean? Like a military-age male that could fucking get a job and do some, like, make his own money. Like, all these people, they come over here, like, raising their flag, saying how much they love their country. Like, if you really love your country, why are you not in your country? Why are you not fighting for your country? Why have you fucked off over here? Like, why have you run off over here? And then they call our flags racist. Like, come on now. Well, don't come here if you don't like our flags. You know what I mean? But an actual question, yeah, like, when does it stop? When are we going to stop letting them in? But I honestly don't think they will. I think the government has a deal with Israel. See, this topic here, I could talk about this all day. This will have to be a separate video, like, in detail. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I reckon our government has a deal with Israel, like the Israel government, because the Israelis are Jewish and the Jews around the world. So, I reckon, yeah, our government's got a deal with their government to let all, like, the Muslims in and let all the Israelis in and all the Pakistanis in, let them all in. And then eventually, like, they want to take over this country. I've seen a reel. It's a leader of a like a Muslim gang or whatever, and they're in England. Him and his lot have all came over to England. They're in like these hotels now, and he posted a reel that went around saying that once there's enough Muslims in the UK, they're gonna group all together or like separate into separate groups and go around the UK banging on doors, knocking on doors, and asking people, like asking all of us, asking everyone like I said, it's a real on Instagram. It could just be some bullshit. Do you know what I mean? But I actually thought about it. Like it could happen. They're gonna go around knocking on all the doors and asking everyone, like, are you Muslim or are you Jewish? They're gonna say Muslim, and I'll get into that after. But the Jews rule the world, but they're letting the Muslims take over. I'll get into that in a minute. They want the Muslims to take over, anyway. But they're knocking on these doors, asking people, are you Muslim? And then if you say no, they either give you the option like you turn Muslim or what he said exterminate. Like you either turn Muslim or we're gonna exterminate you. But that's not realistic. Like well, they could kill you right there and then, but do you know what I mean? Then they're just do you know what I mean? They're baiting out their plan. They're baiting out the plan that they just want everyone to be Muslim. That's a genocide. That's starting a genocide. So they can't do that because then they would be contradicting themselves. You Labour folks, or not Labour folks, but not Labour folks. The fucking you lot that rule the world. You'll be what is it? You'll be letting us know the truth. People like me know the truth anyway, but well, I have a rough idea, but I'm getting there. I keep going off track. My head keeps going everywhere. I keep forgetting what I'm saying. What was I saying? So they can't kill you, but he said exterminate, but they can't actually like. I mean, they won't kill us. I'll be saying nah. I'm not telling Muslims. You know what I mean? Like fuck up. They'll be he said exterminate, but he's not going to exterminate you. He's just they'll probably arrest you or whatever, or take you away like a citizen's arrest kind of thing. And because the government is on their side, they'll put you away and they'll just call you racist. But why don't you want to turn Muslim? Are you racist or something? Do you know what I mean? They'll turn it on you, and then in the end you'll have no choice. You either get put in a cell or you fucking convert to Muslim, and then eventually the whole world will be Muslim. And then once majority of the country, once the majority of the UK is Muslim, I mean, there's a lot of Muslims out there anyway. Like they're not far off of it. But once the country is Muslim dominant, once it gets to the point where you can no longer call this a Christian country because there's so many Muslims here, because we're so outnumbered. Like it will be a Christian country on paper, but if you come here, it's not a Christian country. It'll be a Muslim country. Once it gets to that point, and it's not far off that point, it will be easier for the government to control us all. So the government's going to let the Muslims take over. Or I say the Muslims, like let the Pakistanis take over, or let the Israeli guys take over. Well, I say Muslims because that's what this guy was Muslim, and he said this is what he's going to do. He's going to go around knocking on doors and give you the option. You either change to Islamic faith, or do you know what I mean, you get exterminated, i.e. you get arrested or whatever. And then, But the government's going to allow the Muslims to take over because Muslims, like, you've got to be honest, Muslims like the strongest religion. If you got to a Muslim and said, fuck, like, do you know what I mean, fuck your God, then they'll fucking smoke you there and then. They're the most involved with their God. They're the most, like, this is the most powerful religion, do you know what I mean? They're the most, like, what is it? Muslims take their religion the most serious. They take it the most serious. So if you've got a group of Muslims, like it's as a government, you look upon them. All you've got to do is just not follow their ways, but like you know how they live anyway. Like because they follow their religion so easily, it's so easy for you to understand exactly how they live. So it'll be just easier for you to control them, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it'll just be easier for them to control a lot of Muslims rather than a lot of mixed religions. And say it was a lot of Christians. A lot of Christians aren't pure Christians. Like, I call myself a Christian, but like I'm not a pure Christian. Like I don't go to church. I've got a tattoo and stuff. I'm not celibate. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not a pure Christian. A lot of Muslims are pure Muslim. They follow the most strict religion. So if the Christians, like you can try and control other Christians, but because they're not that strict on themselves, like with their religion, they won't. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of the right words, but you know what I mean. Come on, you must know what I mean. But Yeah, but yeah, I reckon the government. I reckon they're planning to take over. Muslims are planning to take over. Well, I reckon our government has like deals with like Israel, the Israel government. Because yeah, like I said, Israel was a Jewish country, but they're like the Jews run the world, and they're letting the Muslims take over because they know Muslims will be the easiest to control. That's why they're letting them do it, and the government has a deal with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the Jews run the world. I'm not saying Israel runs the world, but the Jews do. Maybe Israel does, but do you know what I mean? It's the Jews that really run the world. Like, our government's probably Jewish. Like I mean, like the elites, not our government, but like the proper elites at the top, the Matrix, right? Well, the ones that created the Matrix, not created the Matrix of you, because like it's that's I don't know. Are we in a simulation? Are we in a Matrix, or has God actually made this earth and some kind of has just fucking stepped up and said, "I'm going to take over this world. I'm going to corrupt everyone." Or are we actually just in a simulation? Is this all digital? Are we not real? Does anything actually matter? Do you know what I mean? Is there anything outside of our um, atmosphere? But yeah, this can go on for ages. That's why I can't get my words out, because my brain just takes me everywhere, and I'll keep. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of one thing at a time. But yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna do a couple more videos talking about all of that. Let's leave this open because I might have to Google some other stuff. See, we're only on the second question. How long have I been fucking recording for? Anyway, it's already been 70 minutes. So this is going to be a fucking long video. If you had to swap lives with one fictional villain for a day, who would it be? A fictional villain. See, this is hard because even earlier, like I'm thinking about hosting a Halloween party, right? And I was Googling earlier, like Halloween like costume ideas, like Halloween characters, like who could I be? And a lot of the people that were coming up, a lot of villains that were coming up, they weren't villains in my eyes. Like fucking Batman was coming up, and like Deadpool and stuff. They're not villains, they're heroes. You know what I mean? Like, and like prisoners, prisoners were coming up. Like, obviously prisoners. I'm not saying they're good people because obviously they've been put away, but you know what I mean? They're not always a bad guy. So I don't know. I don't actually know. And even if they have been put away for something bad, it's not like they're a villain. They just done something bad. Like who hasn't? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not really a villain. But let me see. So I couldn't think of villain, like fictional villains. That's like a fake. That's like a movie character. My favorite movie villain. And you beat them for one day. Who would it be for one day? Like which villain has the best life? See, my mind is blank with questions like these. Luckily, I invested in a laptop. Fictional. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't just Google stuff. I have got a camera. I need to get an SD card. I need to get one. Fictional villains list. Say that. The Joker. Yeah, the Joker from Suicide Squad. He's a G. I do rate him. I do actually like him. Like, I watched the film. He was a gangster. Do you know what I mean? He was. But all you do is be him for a day. So it's like Voldemort. Oh my god. Okay, now we've got a list. There's some sick ones in there. Thanos. But even Thanos is like. Like you can't really call like a lot of these people you can't call villains. Because it depends on whose side you're looking at it from. Like we always hear it like when it comes to like Hitler and the Jews, like we always hear it from the loser's side or the winner's side. Like Hitler, the Jews survived, so the Jews, I mean, won theoretically. Well, on paper the Jews won because they're the ones that survived. So it's you only hear their side of the story. Like if it was the other way around, like if all the Jews died and Hitler was alive, you'd hear his side of the story. It's like who's really the villain? Like, do you know what I mean? Like the Joker, why was the Joker a villain? Like what did he actually do? Rob a few banks in the film and do you know what I mean? Like make his fucking therapist fall in love with him. Like he didn't. What did he really do bad? Darth Vader. I've never watched Star Wars. Voldemort. Like what did Voldemort do? He just didn't like. He just wanted to kill all the Muggles, like non-wizard folk or half-bloods. Like I suppose it's racist, isn't it? Like he's just killing them all because they're not the same culture as him. But like, you never know how someone else's brain works. Like if they might, you never know how they're looking at it. Like if you was to put yourself in their shoes and actually see life for how they're seeing it, you might not think they're a bad guy. So I don't know who's really a villain. Scar from the Lion King. I say he's a villain. Do you know what I mean he snaked his brother? Well, he didn't snake his brother. His brother who was in line to be king. If you've seen the film Mufasa, Scar was in line to be king, but he betrayed his mum, and Simba actually saved his mum. That saves Scar's mum, and he had the better mentality to be a king. Like Scar wasn't fit to be a king. He looked up to his mate, his brother. So it wouldn't really work. If he was to become king, he looked up to his brother. It wouldn't really work. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking up to someone, just be a man and fucking let them take charge because you know they'll do better. And that's what happened anyway. Do you know what I mean? Well, Simba was. Oh yeah, no, it's not Simba. It's Mufasa. Yeah. So he became a king, but his dad wasn't a king. So he didn't have king blood. He wasn't supposed to be king, but he had that mentality, so he became it. So Scar, I say Scar's a villain. Be a tiger for a day, a lion even. Would be pretty sick, but he's the one that fucking, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, Scar, I'd rather be Mufasa. Thanos. Yeah, his quest to balance the universe. So Thanos, the powerful titan from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, known for his quest to balance the universe. It says on the end, through destruction. He wanted his goal was to balance the universe. And then they add through destruction in the end. Yeah, destruction, like killing half of the universe. But he wanted to balance it. He meant good. You know what I mean? He meant well. He might have killed a few people, but he meant well. He was doing it to make life better for the survivors. And it's not like he killed certain cultures. He literally just split it in half. And yeah, you know I mean, you was lucky to be on one side or the other. Like he could have fucking at least killed all the Jews and not fucking everyone. I'm joking. I'm taking a piss. But he could have. You know what I mean? He didn't choose anyone to actually kill. He just split it in half, made it fair and even. So that, but yeah, do you know what I mean? He meant well. Like in his heart, he meant well. So is he really a villain? Michael Myers. He's a fucking tap guy. Do you know what I mean? What was it? Why did he start? His heart was broken when he was younger. And he's like, is it Michael Myers? He's the one. Or was it Jason? Like he's like stalking his old fucking prom queen or whatever. I don't fucking know. So this girl broke his heart and he wanted to kill her or something. Or he wanted to like kill everyone around her. And he's like, at the start of the film, is him watching her through the window, I'm pretty sure. So he's just a fucking, you know what I mean, he got fucking too heartbroken and wants to go. That's what happens when men let their emotions and feelings take over. This guy broke my heart, I'm just going to kill everyone around him. Do you know what I mean? Stalker. Like, this just, do you know what I mean? Kind of tapped. So, out of the ones I actually know on here, he's probably the only villain. But even then, is he a villain? Do you know what I mean? He's just getting revenge on the girl that broke his heart. Hannibal Lecter, who is this? Cannibalistic serial killer, what the fuck? Silence of the Lambs. Known for his cunning and charm. How is he charming? Well, he's obviously putting on the mask, isn't he? I mean, he might be a charming guy. He just likes eating people. Psychiatrist and cannibalistic serial killer. What the fuck? Hannibal Lecter. I'm about to fucking need to watch that. Loki. I don't know. I don't know who I'd be for a date. I don't actually know who I would be for a date. There's a lot of options. Like half of these, I wouldn't even call them villains. The Joker, a chaotic and unpredictable villain from the Batman series, known for his dark humor and elaborate schemes. I might have to pick the Joker. You know, the Joker he's a funny guy. Voldemort. Nah, I like Harry Potter. I'd rather be Harry. Loki, that's Thanos' brother. No, Thor's brother, isn't it? Trickery and I can't remember what he done. I actually remember what Loki done to become a villain. Like, doesn't he comes back in the end, doesn't he? Is it Endgame or Infinity War? He comes back or something. I can't remember. Agent Smith, the relentless antagonist. John Wick. Like, would some people might call John Wick a villain? Nah, he's not a villain. He's not a villain. But I mean, like, nah, he's not a villain. I just meant because he killed loads of people. What? Do you know what I mean? He was on a revenge mission. List of famous villains. It's just the same list. Freddy Krueger. Oh my god, I would be Freddy Krueger. I would be Freddy Krueger. Entering people's dreams. 100% Freddy Krueger. Norman Bates. A psycho. A deeply troubled character who embodies the duality of human nature. Bates is both sympathetic and horrifying. Oh, Agent Smith. He's the one that's he's the one that's after Neo. He's the main agent that's after Neo. Agent Smith, that's who he is. Oh, fuck that guy. I'm Neo. But then, see, in the end of the film, the end of the first one, I don't know if he was lying or not, but he was actually, his whole mission was to find Morpheus. Well, no, but by the time he actually got Morpheus, he actually wanted to escape the Matrix. He wanted Morpheus to fucking like set him free. Like, he'd had enough of like serving the Matrix kind of thing. Yeah, he had enough of serving the Matrix, so he wanted Morpheus to set him free. Nah, fuck that. I'd rather be Neo. I am him. Yeah, I'm sick of Freddy Krueger. Entering people's dreams for a day. That'd be fucking sick. That's what I'd do. I'd be Freddy Krueger. Yeah. He went on the other list. He was on the bottom of this list. As soon as I saw him, I thought, shit. Yeah. Freddy Krueger, 100%. Right. What's the next question? See, this is the controversial question that you just asked me. Do you think men are superior to women? I think we're naturally more dominant. We naturally have high testosterone. We're naturally stronger. Naturally better at dealing with our emotions. We don't just have outbursts of like if men come home unhappy or angry or irritated, they don't always take it out on. Like if you're irritated, you know what I mean, you might fucking have a little outburst of like anger or whatever. But like it's the man's. Like men are better at coming home from work and just dealing with their emotions in their head, just getting on with what needs to be done. If a girl comes home unhappy, everyone's got to be unhappy. Like she's taking it out on everyone. Everyone's got to deal with her fucking mood swings and. So yeah, men are better handling their emotions. We're not superior, nah. We're not superior. We're we're more dominant, we're stronger, more intelligent. A lot of girls are just bimbos these days. These are smart questions. These are smart questions. So I'm not saying there is exceptions. I'm not saying girls are stupid. Obviously not. Like there's a lot of girls. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there yet. I'm not in this video. I wouldn't say we're not superior. We're not equal. Like we haven't got equal rights. Whether we should or not, that's a different question. That's a different video. Is that better? I should keep that off. Let me see how lit up it is. Don't know, you can't really see. We're not equal. Our importance on the world, our value to the earth is equal. Like we need each other just as, you know what I mean? We need each other just as much, just as equally. Like we need women to have kids, men like we need each other to have kids. Like some girls will argue, but you can we don't even mean we can get a sperm donor. Where are you getting a sperm donor from? Like if we was just to eliminate all the men in the world, or all the women, if we was to eliminate all the men in the world would collapse. I said this to her on Snapchat, and she ended up blocking me because it's not that we was having a fucking. Well, it was a sexist argument because she was saying that women are superior. She was saying fuck men, we don't need men. Like women can live without men. Like if we get rid of all the men and we don't need them. And I was like no. If you got rid of all the men, the world would collapse. Men built the world. There is, like I said, there is exceptions, but exceptions don't make majority. So you've got to talk about the average. My eyes are on fuddy because my flash is on, because it makes the lighting better. Are men superior to women? See, when you think of superior, I think of super. You think strong, smart, brave, like they're a superhero. So yeah, because men are smarter. I'm not saying we're more important in the world. I'm saying we're more super, we're superior. I'm looking down on women. I'm not saying women are our slaves or whatever. I'm just saying men are superior. Men built the world. Men are smarter, stronger, more better handled in their emotions. Like I said, there is exceptions. There is a lot of there's smart girls out there. There is strong girls out there. I'm not looking down on any women. I'm just, you know what I mean, going with the majority. On average, men are superior to women. Why didn't you go to Benidorm? Yeah, so I was meant to go to Benidorm last weekend. Well, weekend just gone. Yeah, last week, last weekend. Yeah, long story short, I got to the airport. They wouldn't let me on the plane because I was smoking a cigarette. Like I'm outside now, on my way to the plane. Like, the plane's there. I'm walking towards the plane, and I'm like smoking a cigarette. I've done that every holiday I go on. I always do that, and no one's ever said anything. Like I've stood there and spoke to one of like the workers before smoking a cigarette. Do you know what I mean? Like, while we were waiting for like the people, and the other half of our group was like back further in the line, so I was waiting for them. Stood there smoking a fag, talking to one of the workers, and no one's ever said anything. This one time, see, every holiday I've gone on, it's always been with EasyJet. This time, it was with Ryanair, and I hear that I've been told that Ryanair is more strict, so maybe that's why, or the worker was just having a bad day. I don't fucking know, but it is what it is. Like I was smoking a cigarette, and some guy just straight with turned around and said, "No, he's not allowed on this plane." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, that guy smoking, turn him around, he's not allowed on the plane, and that was it. Got inside, they fucking straight on the computer. Like, they wouldn't even let me talk. They wouldn't even let me get a fucking word out. I said, me, honestly didn't know I was smoking. I've done this every time. He was like, he wasn't having it. Like, he was in the fucking mood. He just wasn't having it. He said to the fucking lady on the computer that unboard him. He's not allowed on the plane, and I didn't even bother. It annoyed me because I was drunk as well. I wasn't drunk, but I was. I had a few. I had like 3 beers here before I even met these lot, and then I got some cans. I had like 5 cans on the way to the airport. What did I get? I got 2 cans of AU. I had them on the way to pick one of us up. To pick her workmate up. I'm fucking. Well, my boss picked up boss up. He's, you know what I mean, he took us on holiday. So it was me. It was me, my boss, and so yeah, some other one that works with us, our other workmate. We went to pick our bus up, and then yeah, I had 2 cans on the way. We went to the shop. I had 3 bits here before I got picked up. 2 cans on the way there, and my boss bought some cans as well. So, he gave me a couple of those on the way to the airport. I think I had 2. So I had about 3 bottles of Corona here, 4 cans on the way there. I had 2 cans of AU, and he gave me 2 cans of vodka Coke. So them cans you get the Smirnoff Cola ones, and then 3 pints in the airport. I think we got 2 rounds each. It might have been 5. Nah, wait, it was about 3 pints. Oh yeah, 3 pints. It was we had one round each. 3 pints to the airport. Yeah, and that was it. That was it. 3 pints to the airport. I was tipsy. I was, yeah. But yeah, but me being drunk had nothing to do with it. But I've always smoked a cigarette in that same bit. I reckon it's because I was riding there and they are just stricter, and because this guy was just fucking. He weren't in a good mood. He weren't in a good mood. Some scrawny ginger guy, literally some short, fucking small ginger guy. He wasn't happy. He said, "Him, turn around." But yeah, is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't allowed on the plane because I was smoking. Is what it is. That's why I didn't go. Why do you call Dylan Dildo? Because his name's Dylan. Dildo. Do you know what I mean? Just to take the piss. It's his nickname. Dildo. I said it one time and it stuck. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Are you more dominant or submissive in the bedroom? I've already said men are dominant and I'm dominant everywhere. If you could only save one person from drowning between your mum, daughter or wife, who would it be? My mum, my daughter and my wife. Not my wife. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be my mum or my daughter. Like, you can always find another wife. And then this is where the argument starts. Like, I don't know who to say. Like, you say your daughter because she's younger, she got more life to live. So, do you know what I mean? Let her live her whole life. But then you can say you only get one mum. You could have multiple more daughters. You can find another wife. You can have more daughters. Do you know what I mean? Like, you only get one mum. Your daughter might die, but you can have another daughter. Once your mum dies, that's it. Do you know what I mean? So when I first read that, I instantly said daughter because she's the youngest one there. Like, let her live her life. You can find another wife, let your daughter live her life. Do you know what I mean? But you can have another daughter. Like, it's not the end of the world. You can have another daughter. If your mum dies, that's it. You haven't got another mum. So you don't know, do you? Just I don't know. Yeah, just don't. I'll never be in that situation. Like, why are they drowning? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why are they all drowning? Because they've got in a car accident and fell in a fucking. They got in a car accident and fell in a fucking lake. Proves the point that women can't drive. Yeah, I'm just taking the piss. You know what I mean? But yeah, like it would just be that point, wouldn't it? Like, 3, you know what I mean? My mum, my wife, and my daughter. Why would them 3 all be together? Well, yeah, why wouldn't they be? Fuck knows. I don't know. I'd probably. Oh, so it'd be fucked. Like your wife, your daughter, and your mum. You save your mum, your wife and kids dead. Like, I wouldn't say my wife. It's between my daughter and my mum. But you probably, I don't know. You probably your mum. Yeah, it has to be your mum, wouldn't it? I don't know. I wouldn't be in that situation, so I don't need to. I don't need to answer that. If you were a girl or a day, what would you do? Well, first things first. But after that, I would probably fucking message some old man, get him to send me a load of money, and send that money over to my male self. Who was your favourite minion? What the fuck? What type of question is that? I didn't even acknowledge it when I first read it. Yeah, he's my favourite minion. What? Why are you asking me that? I don't know any minions. Despicable Me is a decent film. I haven't seen it in ages, but when I first watched it, well, when I was used to watch it, it was a good film. I don't know though. I don't think my favourite minion is. Where is an untracked tutorial? Um, what time is it? Quarter past, half seven, 25 to 8. I might do it. Might record it after this. I might do it after this. If not, it'll be. Do you know what I mean? Sometime this week. Sometime after work. Back at work tomorrow, like I said. Yeah, sometime after work. Or I might do it after this. But that will just be a reel. There will be like a 60-second reel that I'll post everywhere. That's what that would be. Do you think you could survive in prison? Yeah. I would. If I actually went to prison, I'd keep myself to myself. I'd literally stay in my cell, fucking read fucking a book, like read the 48 Laws of Power, read the Bible, eat my food when it's time to eat, train, and just fucking serve my time. And do you know what I mean? If someone does come up to me, I can fight. Do you know what I mean? I'll be able to fight my way out of situations. I can I get along with everyone. I could talk to anyone. Do you know what I mean? But say like some fucking three big black men try fucking raping me, then it's fucking. Do you know what I mean? Survival of the fittest. Do you know what I mean? I would die fighting to stop a man from raping me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I'd be fucking jacked. I'd get as big as possible. I would make protection. I'd make a fucking like a shank out of something. Do you know what I mean? Just in case of that situation. Do you know what I mean? So I've got the protection. But yeah, do you know what I mean? I can get along with anyone. I'd be able to talk to anyone. I'd be sound. I can fight. I'd be able to fucking fight my way out of situations. But three big black men try to bang with me. I'm dying getting out of that situation. Do you know what I mean? I'm either getting out of it, or knocking them all out, or I'm fucking dying, stopping it from fucking happening. And then by the time they start fucking my corpse, the fucking guards should be in there. Do you know what I mean? Last question. Will Vinny and Levi ever come on the channel? Yeah. At some point, yeah. When I do a video talking about, well, I'm gonna do a political video, like talking about Hitler and the Jews and talking about whether the fucking world's real and all that kind of type of shit. Vinny and Levi will be in them. Will be in them. But well, I don't know any video. But yeah, we'll do a good video like that. A good, it'll be a political video. If they was getting a video and we was talking like this, it'll be a political video. Or write me, send me more questions. Send me like 15 questions, like 5 questions for each of us. So you want each of us to answer, and we'll do a Q&A. I'll do a Q&A with them too. And then once they get a film on camera, then we'll do a fucking political video. Yeah. Sick. Right, that's all of them. They were fucking good questions. They were better than last time. And I trust that they'll keep getting better. But yeah, that's the end of the Q&A. I'm happy with that.